Okay, so I wrote the functions up there. 2x plus 3, we have x squared, or x to the second power, and then the last one is square root of x. So the first thing I'm going to do is notice that I put f parentheses 2 right here. That means that my x value is equal to negative 2. So I'm going to substitute my negative 2 in place of the x in my function. So that's going to be 2 times negative 2, because negative 2 is my value for x, plus 3. So once you do the substitution, okay, here's my substitution right here, then you're just going to evaluate it. And evaluate means use order of operations and just work it out. So if I'm going to use order of operations, what comes first? That's right, multiplication. So let's do that multiplication first. 2 times negative 2 is negative 4, and then plus 3. So now I have one step left, negative 4 plus 3. Remembering your rules, when the signs are different, you subtract and take the sign of the bigger number. 4 is bigger, so my answer is negative 1. So my answer to this problem, when f of negative 2, when I evaluate that function, f of negative 2, the answer that I get is negative 1. So how would I write that as my answer, my ordered pair? I would write parentheses, negative 2, comma, negative 1, close parentheses. Because the answer that you put in is x, the answer that it spits out is y, okay? Like an input-output machine, if you've ever seen one of those. You input the x, the answer that comes out is the y value, all right? So let's do another one. Here I have g of negative 5, and I want to substitute that in place of this little x right here. So that means I'm going to have negative 5 squared. Now I want you to be aware of something, and I want you to be very careful, because when you have a negative number and you square it, remember, squaring a number means multiplying it to itself. So that means I'm taking negative 5 and I'm going to multiply it to what? Negative 5. That's what that means. The sign goes with it. So that would be negative 5 times negative 5. And that gives you positive 25. So g of negative 5 is equal to 25. Now I want you to be careful of something. If you are punching numbers in a calculator, remember, a calculator is only as smart as the person working it. When you plug in a number in the calculator and that number's negative, if you don't put parentheses around your negative, it will not calculate it as negative 5 times negative 5, okay? The calculator does not understand that. You have to put parentheses around it so that it understands, hey, this is a negative 5, and I want you to take that and multiply it to something else, all right? That's just a little tidbit of information. So once I get this, I want to write my order pair for my answer. So my order pair would be when x is negative 5, y is 25. So that's the x and the y for my order pair for that one, okay? Now let's look at the last one. H of x is equal to the square root x. Well, when h is 100, h of 100, what do? I'm going to take that value and I'm going to substitute it in place of this little x right here. So I get square root of 100. So what does that mean? That means what number times itself gives me 100. So that means that h of 100 would be 10, because the square root of 100 is 10. 10 times 10 is 100, okay? So when I write that ordered pair, x is 100, and the number it spit out was 10. So that's my ordered pair for that one. All right? So that's all for function notation. Evaluating is as easy as take a number, plug it in, get an answer. Take a number, plug it in, get an answer. Okay? All right, I hope this helps you out, and I'll see you again next time.